Friends, we talk about this Rama Avatara, Krishna Avatara, and some other avatara, so and so avatara, let's say Narsimha Avatara, Vamana Avatara, and so many avataras. So, what is the meaning of this avatara? So, the general meaning is that the God in heaven, he descends onto earth in the form of some flesh and blood. So, that is the meaning of avatara, which we normally take. The meaning the word avatara actually means coming down. Avataranam means getting down. Avataranam means yanat avatarati, if I say, he is getting down from the vehicle. Rukshat avatarati, getting down from the tree. So something like that. So when we refer to avatara, we are actually visualizing somebody getting down from somewhere up in the heaven down to earth. So that is what we are visualizing. So this is actually a Puranic concept, which of course we find in Vedanta also. We find in Gita, for example. Gita, Lord Krishna himself, he refers to himself, I am, I, whenever he refers to me, I, then he is referring to Shuddha Brahman at times, and he is also referring to this avatara status in a few places. So this avatara is again one thing which we have to see. Then when we say that the Lord has taken birth, usually these avatars relate to Vishnu only. Most of these avatars which we talk about, whether it is Rama Avatara and Krishna Avatara, Narsimha Avatara, or Vamana Avatara, whatever it is, they all relate to Lord Vishnu only. Of course, one avatara people talk about Lord Shiva, that is Lord Shiva incarnation as Dakshinamurti, that is called a Jnana Avatara, in order to spread knowledge, in order to spread Brahma Jnana in the world. So he descended in the form of Dakshinamurti. So that is what we say. But anyway, as an overall concept, this avatara is something which is a descension or some sort of incarnation. In English, the word incarnation also means coming down in flesh and blood. Carnal means flesh. So incarnation is coming down in flesh and blood. So that is the meaning here. So here we know that we all take birth because of the karma phala. We all have birth because there is a Purva Janma, and then in that Janma we have done some action, and then at the fall of the body, then this Linga Sharira, this subtle body, we know that we have got a Sthula Sharira and there is a Sukshma Sharira, that subtle body, and then again a Karana Sharira. This Sukshma Sharira is what transmigrates. So when we talk about Vasamsi Jirnani Yatha Vihaya, that is the soul, that individual's not exactly soul, that individual say self, say it discards the old body and takes the new body. What is it that is actually discarding? It is the Linga Sharira, that is the subtle body, that is the groom, that is subtle body is that say the mind complex, the body-mind complex, the body is gone, the mind and the senses and the pranas, all these put together, they are collectively called the Linga Sharira. This Linga Sharira transmigrates from one body to another body. So that is in the case of normal human beings. But when we talk about avatara, what about that shape? That body is not due to any sort of previous karma, because there is no previous karma for the cosmic being which we are imagining. That cosmic being, out of sheer compassion, out of sheer grace for mankind, out of sheer say kindness for mankind, and in order to restore dharma, he comes into the world. So that is the word, that is the idea. It is called Ichha Deha. So whenever the cosmic being decides, he takes a shape. It is not dependent on karma phala like you and me. So that is the first point about the avatara. The second point is, this avatara is, it takes place whenever there is an ascendance of adharma, that is ascendance of disorder in society, and then there is this dharma is getting a glani. We know this familiar shloka, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. When there is a glani, or when there is then attack on this dharma, and when adharma is in the ascendancy, at that time abhyutthanam adharmasya, at that time tada atmanam srujamyaham, I am creating myself. That is what Lord Krishna is going to say he says in the 4th chapter of Gita. So like that, this is it happens at a time when there is a lot of adharma, the proportion of adharma in society grows. So that is the reason. And then the Vedantins also accept this at a lower level. Vedanta in lower level means at an absolute level there is nothing beyond the Shuddha Chaitanya. But at a transactional level, the Vedanta also accepts certain concepts like avatara and all that. That is the very concept of loka dharma. Whatever say at a transactional level, the human being needs some code of conduct. So similarly, there is a belief system called religion. So because when there is when they say in this religion again, we realize that there is say something called hell, there is something called heaven, and then there is what is called avatara, and then there is what is called punishment and whatnot. All these things that is accepted as a lower level of reality in Vedanta. So the Veda in one Vedanta book, the book's name is Vichara Sagara, originally written in Hindi by Sadhu Nischala Das and again translated into Sanskrit by Vasudeva Brahmendra Saraswati. It was printed somewhere in Chennai. So it is that book, Vichara Sagara, gives a few points about what is the nature of this avatara. So it says, it is because of the collective punya of good people and collective prayers, let us say, upasakula upasana balam. So that is, that upasakanam upasana balam means that is the collective prayers of all these suffering good people and the collective evil of all the bad people. So these two things, they are responsible for this avatara. So that is what he says, that cosmic intelligence or that cosmic being takes some shape and then he comes into this earth. So that is another point. And then in these avatars there are two differences. One is for a short time for a specific purpose. We know the story of Vamana. So there is a Bali Chakravarti and Vamana. So that again it has to be taken symbolically. These things, these Puranic stories have to be viewed symbolically and not literally, and there should not be any type of racial interpretation to these Puranas. So this Bali Vamana, this Vamana appears, and then the Vamana putting his foot on the head of Bali, it means this removal of Ahankara. Bali was supposed to be that Ahankara, he is the representative of that, he is the symbol of that Ahankara. So that removal of Ahankara was required in that case. Then if you take the story of some other Narsimha Avatara, Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu is, Hiranyam is gold. Kashipu means a pillow and a mattress also. So he is a person who is actually sleeping on a gold pillow and a gold mattress. So the person who is total, very greedy. And then he is somebody who cannot pull on well with his son Prahlada. Prahlada actually means happiness. A person who is covetous for gold, he cannot have happiness. So these two things, they keep on quarreling. So in such a situation, this Lord appears in the shape of Narasimha. So these avatars, they are for a short time, for a short purpose. But then there are some other avatars like Rama Avatara, Krishna Avatara, where we know right from the beginning of Rama's birth till the end of the Avatara. Similarly, right from the beginning of Krishna's birth till the end of Avatara. Then they also do all the normal daily drill. Rama again, he is born like an ordinary being. He goes to a school, and then he is trained by sage Vishwamitra, and then again he goes to the forest, and then he fights evil. So that is that Rama Avatara. Then Krishna Avatara, we also see the similar thing. Krishna also does the same thing in his life, and their whole life becomes an example. In Amsha Avatara, it is for a short purpose. But then Rama and Krishna, they are called Purna Avataras. That is a complete manifestation of that divine being in order to become a complete role model for all the people. So that is why we read Ramayana, we do Parayanam. Parayanam means Param Ayanam. Param Ayanam is Parayanam. We accept it as the supreme path, Param Ayanam. In fact, the word Ramayana itself means Rama's path, Rama plus Ayanam. We take it as Parayanam. The same Parayanam itself is Parayanam. We do Parayanam every day because we feel that is the supreme path. We do Bhagavata Parayanam because we see the story of Lord Krishna, how he conducted himself. And then this becomes, this message of Rama and Krishna, it is relevant for all times. And then this is because they have led a sort of exemplary life. Because Rama, when we talk of Rama, he is described as Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. He is called the embodiment of Dharma. Similarly, Krishna. So like that, these people are relevant at all times. So this avatara concept is something which is there, which is accepted in Vedanta also in a Vyavaharika level, in a Vyavaharika level of reality. We know that Vedanta accepts three levels, that is Paramarthika level, that is the absolute level, then Vyavaharika, this is normal transactional level, and a Pratibhasika level, which is just a mere level of appearance, like in a dream. So of course these three levels I will tell separately. Thank you.